in the new day and throwing forward to the week. And our Africa Roundup today starts with Ghana and the European Union, who have signed their first formal defense partnership as Ghana positions itself as a regional stronghold against the rising threat of jihadist violence in West Africa. EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas has more from Accra.
This is the first kind of its kind in African country. And it matters because security in Europe and Africa is deeply, deeply interconnected. The new agreement allows us to work more closely in areas like counterterrorism, conflict prevention, cybersecurity. These are all areas that matter to our citizens, both in Europe but as well as here in Ghana.
Speaking at a signing ceremony, Ghanaian Vice President Jane Nana Opuko-Adjemang said that the agreement will boost cooperation on counter-terrorism, intelligence sharing and also crisis response.
Today's transfer of security equipment, it will also enhance Ghana's ability to respond to emerging threats and support our goal of promoting peace and stability.
Next week, Zimbabweans will take part in public consultations on the proposed Constitution Amendment No. 3 bill. The consultations, running from 30th March to 2nd April, come amid growing political tensions. Observers warn that recent restrictions on civic space could cast doubt on the credibility of the process. Movement for Democratic Change President Douglas Mwanzora has more.
We urge all of the people of Zimbabwe to turn up in their numbers at these public hearings. But you will also notice that these so-called public hearings are mere tokenism. For example, in Mashona and the West, I think there is no hearing in Murombedzi, Chinoi, which other area, VP? Karoi, and so on. We don't have public hearings at all. And I think in Harare we have 2. In a city of more than 4 million people, you have 2 centers. So this is mere tokenism to hoodwink the people that they've been consulting. This is a fiat accompli.
South Africa's Agriculture Minister John Steenhuisen says that 80% of the country's national cattle herd is expected to be vaccinated against foot and mouth disease by December. Speaking to Parliament Agriculture Portfolio Committee, he also welcomed the rapid action by South African Health Products Regulatory Authority to fast-track the import of 6 million doses of the Dolvet vaccine to help combat the disease.
The vaccines that have been imported through a Section 21 SAPRA process. And that is a process that provides us to be able, in emergency circumstances, to import vaccines into the country or remedies into the country, given the fact that we have a crisis and we obviously don't have the year or 2 to go through a potential Act 36 process to register it as a registered medicine in South Africa. So the vaccines that are being rolled out are not registered medicines in South Africa. And Chairperson, I'm sure you'd be familiar with this because it's the same process that was used for the COVID-19 vaccine acquisition.
Okay, that's how we come to the end of today's Africa Roundup. We'll have more for you tomorrow after the 6 o'clock news. Stay with us because after this, we're going to be focusing on what's been happening in West Africa with our regular commentator, Dr. David Matsanga.
Are you fluent in French, Chinyanja, Portuguese, and Kiswahili? Are you passionate about radio? And are you looking to work in South Africa? Do you have papers that qualify you to work in South Africa? In that case, we might have an opportunity for you to work for Channel Africa. Send us your CV and demo at newsroom@channelafrica.co.za. Remember, if you don't hear from us within 14 days, it means you have not made it or you have not been selected. Channel Africa, the African perspective.
Franschhoek, get ready. The vibe is happening this March. The Monroe Jazz Festival Franschhoek is bringing more than 30 local and international acts for one unforgettable weekend, including DJ Zinke, DJ Kent, DJ Kent Zero, Layla Hathaway, Robert Glasper, and Bilal, plus many more. From 27 to 29 March 2026, experience the music, the culture, and the energy. Grab your tickets now at ticketmaster.co.za. Montreux Jazz Festival Franco. Feel the energy. Live the moment.
Wake up, Africa. Peter Ndoro and Asanda Beda are here to help you rise and shine. Weekdays, 6 till 9 a.m. Central African Time. Only on Channel Africa.
6:15 Central African Time it is. We now zoom into the West African region of the continent and look at some stories making headlines there. This is on Wednesdays what we do, and we're joined on this conversation and conflict resolution expert. Dr. Matsanga, how are you on this Wednesday?
Good morning, Asanda. Good morning, Africa. Thank you very much for inviting me again, and for us, we pray that the world peace will come sooner than later.
It's always great having these conversations with you. And today, let's start it with Ghana. And the country is pushing for the transatlantic slave trade to be formally recognized as a crime against humanity. They are appealing for this at the United Nations. So this adds to the general global debate around reparations for Africa and historical justice. But how much of a difference do you think this move can actually make in the past wrongs being made right?
Thank you very much, and I want to begin by thanking the President of Ghana, President Mahama, for taking this initiative to make sure that this is done, that we get a solution, that there is compensation. We need a redemption. We need healing. We need answers. We need restitution. The slaves, over 3 million people, were taken out of Africa forcibly. Properties taken, gold, diamonds, artifacts, all these were taken because they didn't look nice to us. For us, they looked nice for some people. They start, and those countries that took part in the trade should actually start thinking